So, this is Because We Care with your hosts, Keith Kilgore,
Reggie Watts,
and guest,
Lucas Kasha.
And today we're talking about our collective top 10 greatest war movies.
or war-related movies, I suppose.
Or war-related movies, yeah.
Okay, coming in at number 10, we have Hurt Locker. Something I have still not seen most of it yet. I've seen parts of it.
Okay, yeah, I've seen bits of it. The main reason, why I felt like it should be here is because, this movie's the most recent out of all these movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good movie, but then you notice a lot of modern movies tend to, put action and gore in for the sake of having
For the
action
gratuity
and
of
gore.
it, yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of hurts a little bit, its credibility in a way.
Yeah.
You have anything
Fully
to
agreed there. Not really. I haven't actually seen too much of it, so.
9, we have Black Hawk Down, and Cole, I'm putting this on here. I don't hate the movie, I feel like the movie lacked a lot of plot in it. The plot was really not there. The action part of it was great, and it was a decent movie, like I said once again, I think the plot was all there.
The other thing, again, but it's it's probably, I think, one of the most accurate based on a true story things ever, because, I mean,
Yes.
that's the thing. Real life is not really a plot.
Yeah.
Real life things just kind of happen. So, I mean, it's a good movie. Who was in that movie? Somebody...
I don't know, the one actor was a real fag. Evan something on his name.
Was it Toby? No.
Toby McFarlane wasn't in it.
Who the hell was it? I saw somebody that...
Whatever. Moving on.
Don't worry about it.
Number 7, we have... Number 8, we have The Alamo.
Yes.
Billy Bob Thornton as Davy Crockett.
Winning.
That is all.
That's all. Yeah, we saw us back in 8th grade. This movie was amazing. I know, yes, it dramatized it so much, because, I mean, if I remember correctly, the last couple scenes of the movie is Davy Crockett and, 3 other guys standing, waiting for a doorway as the Spanish break through, and they manage to kill, 20 of them, and I'm like, yes. And it's all in slow motion, just...
And we also felt like, we needed more than just World War II movies.
in here.
This is a more old school one. 7, we have Jarhead, which I thought was really depressing to watch. It thoroughly depressed me the whole way through.
Yeah.
It might be one of the most depressing on this list. It's
Probably,
it's up there,
yeah.
with most depressing, because, I mean, that movie just...
This guy says, how do we spend our day? Pretty much just beating it, pretty much.
Yeah.
His girlfriend leaves him, that's just...
Yeah.
He's out there to die.
I thought she didn't leave him, she basically cheated on him, too.
Oh, yeah, basically. Basically
She
just said I met this guy or something,
Yeah.
his friend or something. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, number 6, then we have...
No, is it 5 or is it 6?
We're on 6.
I've lost count where we're at.
We're on 6, and it's All Quiet on the Western Front, old World War I movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Based off the book, actually, yeah. If I remember correctly.
Have I seen this? No, I have not seen this movie.
The book was actually really good as well.
Oh, I need to kill
I
myself.
read the book. I've seen the movie though, and the movie was pretty damn interesting. Actually, good. It was also a very depressing movie. Just the whole experience of being in the trenches, I feel like it really highlighted it really well. And the German experience, which was a really cool point of view to add for that. They did it from the German side.
Which is usually you get the Americans or the good
the
guys.
Allies. Pretty much just the Allies point of view, but now you're getting a little bit of the Axis.
What it was like
Not the Axis.
What it was like to
Central Powers.
be German
Yes.
in World War I and get fucked in the
It
trenches.
sucked.
It sucked. Anyway, number 5, we have Platoon with one of our personal favorite
Senior
heroes.
Drugs.
Senior Drugs winning, and Charlie Sheen.
Emilio Estevez. Yeah. It's a good movie. Goddamn. I love that movie.
I only saw it recently, and I was pretty impressed by it actually.
And also the one
The guy from Scrubs is in there too.
the guy from Scrubs. No, the commercial.
JD?
No,
Not Zach Braff.
his JD's manager.
Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox. Yep.
Yeah.
He was one of the guys in there.
What's the commercial for?
The
Isn't that Comcast?
No, it might be.
It's
Comcast.
DirecTV, because it's if you don't something about TV, and then your life goes out, and then
you meet Charlie Sheen, and then you reenact scenes from Platoon with Charlie Sheen.
Don't reenact scenes don't have reenact scenes from Platoon with Charlie Sheen. Get DirecTV. Actually, no, I prefer Comcast. But
yeah.
Anyway, number 4 we have Saving Private Ryan, which I've never seen the whole movie. Don't criticize me, please. Throw rocks at me. I'll just take it.
We won't stone you.
It's okay. But I think that movie does a real good job deploying or
Displaying?
Yes, displaying the largest, single largest invasion in the history of man, otherwise known as D-Day.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's also the iconic moment where the one guy I forget who the hell it
Vin
is.
Diesel gets shot from the guard tower.
And he's like laying on his back and he pulls out the pistol and he's like leaning up against the car or whoever it is. Somebody does that. I'm like, and then that's how we got Last Stand in Call of Duty. Yes.
And number 2 we have
Number
three we have A Band of Brothers.
Not technically a movie, what it was like.
But it's a great series.
Oh, it was
Great series.
Okay.
Tom Hanks, very well done. Actually portrays a lot of D-Day and a lot of parts of World War II that not many people really know about. How the airborne
Was it the
came about.
107th Airborne?
101st Airborne.
Oh.
Also, one of the most powerful things, which is something really you don't see in the war movies, because I mean, there's movies about the Holocaust and World War II, and then there's the war movies. But then you follow these guys, and you see
them from training on.
Yeah, you see them discover, the trains where there's just literally dead bodies hanging. Like they took a picture of one of the trains and exactly recreated it.
And actually show a lot of parts of the war that really, haven't been portrayed in movies. Like, has the Battle of the Bulge really ever been portrayed
in a movie? Probably. I mean, it's one of the most famous.
They did the siege of Bastogne. They showed the taking of Bastogne, and then which became the Battle of the Bulge because they got stuck there in the winter. Yeah. And then they showed Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Where they crossed the lines.
Yep. Okay. Number 2 we have Full Metal Jacket, perhaps one of the most hilarious war movies of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
So many interesting quotes from that movie. Best was when they find that jelly donut in Private Pyle's locker. They're like, "What is this? Jelly donut, sir." Why are you not allowed to have jelly donut, Sergeant Pyle? Because I'm overweight, sir. It just gets worse and worse.
Only 2 things come from Texas: steers and queers, and you ain't got no horns.
It's it's been so long since I've seen this movie. It does get serious at one point, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Which is weird, but then it's still a great movie. I mean, if you take it too seriously, you're not gonna like the movie.
They call the black guy Private Snowball. So that's just I'm sorry, that's hilarious. I can't help it. I know it's racially insensitive. I apologize to our African American viewers, but it's great. And number
you goddamn Nazi.
Yeah.
Bit of a camera malfunction there, folks. Anyway, number 1. Okay, good enough. Enemy at the Gates.
Yeah.
The Battle of Stalingrad in 1942.
If you haven't seen this movie,
Which I haven't.
like this kid, but you have Call of Duty World at War, play the Mission Vendetta. Exact same fucking thing. In which we would talk about this while we were getting the camera fixed. Call of Duty makes a lot of references to 3 movies from this list in general. They like to reference Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan, and this movie. It's like porn to them, apparently.
And this movie is just great because it depicts an epic sniper battle between 2 real snipers in the field, and it goes to show a lot about Russian culture because they really believed the sniper was the elite soldier, while the Germans believed he was more of a coward.
Yeah.
And it shows the Russians' real valor and their dedication to their city and making Vasily a public hero for them to fall behind.
Hey, the other cool thing that I like about this was never mind, you basically got it all.
I was gonna say, I don't know much about the movie itself, but I have heard and read about a lot of some of the biggest sniper battles, or not really battles, more like sniper duels.
That's why they wanted to actually withdraw the troops from Stalingrad initially. That's because the German commanders actually complained to the Nazi high command that it was so demoralizing. Their soldiers were getting picked off by sniper fire so much.
Yeah.
Which is weird because now I remember what I was gonna say. The Russians had a very strict policy. You were to run in 2s.
Yeah.
And one person got the gun, the other person got the ammo. Whenever either person died, then you were allowed to shoot because then you either got the gun or you got the ammo.
It's a very iconic scene from the movie.
And then there's the early moments of the movie, them shooting their own people because they're running away, and basically killing much of their own people. And then it gets to the fountain scene, which, like I said, is Call of Duty.
And they're in the room talking about not retreating, not having one step back for Stalin, which, as you mentioned, is
very, very iconic.
It's similar to the Call of Duty 1 mission, apparently.
Yeah, the Call of Duty 1 mission is basically the fight in the Red Square, which is where a good majority of the movie takes place, which is cool.
Anyway, if you've never seen Enemy at the Gates, it's also named, I think, Stalingrad over in Europe is what they call it, or Russia. It's a great movie depicting the greatest battle of history with over 2 million casualties. I mean, that's something...
I think that was probably the single highest casualty in a... What was that, a day?
Greatest battle in a single day.
In a single day, 2 million
and
casualties.
greatest battle in history in terms of numbers of casualties, civilian and military personnel.
Yeah.
Like, so definitely a movie to choose to make a movie about, I guess, and go see it if you can.
Alright.
Anyway, that was our top 10. This is host Keith Kilgore, Reggie Watts, and our very special guest and almost new co-host, apparently, Luke Brahl, or Lukasha. So,
Lucas Kasha.
Lucas Kasha, whatever.
Yeah.
This is your host, signing off.
Goodbye, blue sky.